The Zodiac Killer was one of the most famous serial killers of all time. He had the San Francisco police running around in circles for years thanks to his practice of sending letters with riddles or encrypted messages to the press. Nowadays, his identity still hasn't been found, and although he only had 7 confirmed victims, he attributed to himself up to 30 victims and 7 murders. He started on December 20th, 1968 at the town of Benicia with Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday, a couple that was going out that night. They parked their car at an intersection, and another vehicle parked next to theirs. The driver then shot David in the head and shot Betty in the back while she tried to escape, killing both. 6 months later, just 6 kilometers from there, Michael Magoo and Darlene Ferrin were in their car in the parking lot of a golf course. A man appeared, blinding them with his flashlight, and then opened fire against them. Michael survived despite receiving many shots to the face. The attacker called that very night from a public telephone, confessing to being the author of the previous crime. In the beginning of August, 3 letters written by the murderer arrived at the editorial department of local newspapers, where he demanded to appear in the front cover or he would kill 12 people that weekend. Fortunately, the letters were published and the killer didn't carry out his threats. They contained a coded message which allegedly revealed his identity. Shortly after, the message was deciphered and it said, "I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest because man is the most dangerous animal of all. To kill something is the most thrilling experience. It is even better than getting your rocks off with a girl. The best part of it is that when I die, I will be reborn in paradise and all that I have killed will become my slaves. I will not give you my name because you will try to slow down or stop my collecting of slaves for my afterlife." At the end of September, Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard were having an afternoon snack on an islet at the shore of Lake Berryessa when a man approached them. He was wearing a hoodie, sunglasses, and a scarf with a symbol similar to a bullseye. The same symbol the killer signed his letters with. He tied their hands and then stabbed them. Only he survived. From a public phone, the murderer alerted the police about the crime he committed, making it possible to get his fingerprints. Weeks later, in San Francisco, he got on the taxi of Paul Stein, killing him with a shot to the head. Despite being seen by many witnesses and being seen by 2 policemen who ran after him, he was never captured. The police could only make a facial composite of him, but no suspects were ever found. Thus, the Zodiac Killer kept on sending letters to the press and the police. In them, the killer left new coded messages, once threatened to put a bomb in a school bus and would boast about his alleged victim count. He also attributed to himself the attempted murder of Kathleen Johns, a single mother who was driving her car with her 10-month-old daughter. Another driver told her that one of her tires was loose and offered to drive them to the nearest gas station. When Kathleen realized that the man was not going to stop, she jumped out of the vehicle with her girl and escaped. An anonymous tip alerted the police about the similarity of these killings with the murder of Cherry Jo Bates 4 years before. She was a student who got out of the library one night and the next day was found dead close to it, beaten and stabbed. The very Zodiac Killer admitted to committing the crime in another letter, but warned that you are only finding the easy ones. There is a lot more to discover. Shortly after, the killer also attributed to himself the disappearance of Donna Lass at the Tahoe Lake months before. It was a nurse who, one very early morning, went to visit the lake one last time after finishing her shift. This was treated as yet another case of disappearance, and her body was never found. Lastly, the police also connected the Zodiac Killer to the death of 2 students, Robert Domingos and Linda Edwards, shot at the Lombok Beach while skipping class. The killer remained silent for 3 years, this time increasing his number of victims to a terrifying 37-0. The Zodiac Killer kept sending letters for years until he stopped abruptly in 1990. With an envelope which included a photo of keys from the postal service. The police investigated many suspects, the main one being Arthur Lee Allen, reported by a friend. The police found knives with blood in Arthur's car, but he said he only used them to kill animals, and no solid evidence was found to connect Arthur to the killings. The police also suspected it was another famous serial killer, Dennis Rader, also known as BTK, condemned to a life sentence. In 2002, just before dying of cirrhosis, Louis Joseph Myers confessed to a friend that he was a killer. Coincidentally, he studied with two of the victims and was a co-worker of another. And during the years when there were no letters, he was sent abroad as part of the army. Many speculated that the Zodiac Killer attacked couples because he had a bad breakup with his girlfriend. However, it's been 50 years and we still don't know who exactly was the Zodiac Killer, and some of his messages haven't been deciphered yet. Would you dare try to decipher them and unravel his twisted mind? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, and if you want to see more Draw My Life videos, subscribe to our channel. See you in the next episode!